Well, like I was saying, they basically to me, basically to me, Boom. The one problem Boom has is it's got to improve on, not. It's got to improve on not always relying on the 11-minute mini format, 11-minute mini episode format within an episode deal. They can't always rely on that. I think what they need to do, and I said this, like I said, in the a video I did before this two-parter, after I watched Boom for the first time on this past Saturday, I basically said that they need to really, expand. And what I mean by expand is they need to incorporate more 22, 25-minute full-length episodes into the format, into the show. Like, let's say if they're going to do another season, they need to do this so that, it equals, so that it kind of makes things a lot more enjoyable. When people watch these 11-minute shorts, nothing wrong with them. Don't get me wrong about that. There's nothing wrong with them. But when you watch these 11-minute shorts, it's like sometimes things go a little too fast. Sometimes they go at the right pace. It's kind of up and down. And I'm not saying that about a 22, 25-minute full-length episode. I'm not saying that either. But I'm saying mainly it's something they need to improve on. It's something they need to fix. And I think this is the opportunity for them to fix that. For them to go and say, okay, I need to do this. I need to improve on this so that the show is more enjoyable. You got this character like Lyric. I know some people might say, well, Boom, the games of Sonic Boom take place before the series. I get that too. I think that's how it goes. I'm not really sure, but I think either the series is a prequel or the games are a prequel. I don't know, but still, I get that. I understand that. But what I think you have to understand, and is if you have a character like Lyric, whether he was only in for the Sonic Boom video games, and that was it. If you're going to have a character like him around, then you have to do something with him even in the series. So I think if you're going to incorporate that guy, if they're planning to incorporate him, then they need to incorporate him sooner than later. And you got to use the format of 22 to 25-minute full-length episodes instead of, like I say, relying on these 52 11-minute mini episodes within 26 actual episodes format. So you got to go more in that direction. And I think that's what they need to improve on. Another thing I think they need to improve on is don't start repeating yourself so soon. You're not even a month into your run and already you're repeating yourself. I get and understand the fact that that you sometimes have to pair a repeat episode with a new episode. I've seen that in many shows, in many series. I've seen that, animated wise especially. I've seen that. But you can't keep doing that, not in this time, especially not in this time and space. You get what I'm saying? You can't keep doing that. What you got to do is you mainly got to focus more on making sure that every episode that comes on is all new. If you're going to go and stick with this 52 11-minute mini episode within 26 actual episode format, then you need to make sure all your 11-minute mini episodes, all 52 of them, are set and ready to go. Sometimes you got to make sure you have at least maybe a month or 2 months worth in your first initial run, or in your first 2 months on the air. You got to make sure you have enough ready for maybe the next 2 months. You can't just fall back and say, okay, now we're just going to do one episode along with a repeat, because that's going to get people confused. It is, because you had this one episode with Buster the Cluster, which was a Styx mini episode, mainly focusing on her. well, focusing on her and her situation with having a pet and how it interacts with everybody else. But excuse me. But like I said, you have that situation there, and it's more along the lines of why do you have this? Like I said, like why do you have this? Why are you repeating one mini episode that you just showed about a week or so ago? Not even that. All of a sudden, you're repeating it a week later, along with a new episode. And all of a sudden, according to like say the Comcast guide that I have on my cable, all of a sudden you're repeating 2 episodes already, even though one of them looks like a freaking new episode. I don't get it. You see what I'm saying? And I think this is something they need to improve on, or something they should have done. They should have worked on before they released the series. If I was them, I would have been like, okay, for the next 2 months, here's the Boom games to keep you occupied. Beginning of January in 2015, Boom, we're going to give you Sonic Boom, the television series, everything, all new episodes each and every weekend. I would have done that. I wouldn't have said, oh, well, here's Sonic Boom on November 8th, and here's the episodes we got planned, but we don't have anything in advance after that. We don't have anything planned after that. Seriously? You don't have anything planned? To me, that's not going to help you. That's not going to help you in the long run. It isn't. What it's going to do is hurt you more than anything. So if I was them, what I should have done is not wait until November 8th. I should have waited until at least the beginning of the year. That way I would have had at least maybe 2 months, 3 months worth of episodes, maybe even 4 months worth of all new episodes each and every weekend. I wouldn't have to rely on repeating myself again, or mixing repeat mini episodes with new episodes. I wouldn't have to rely on that. I would have made sure I had everything set and ready to go. I would have done that. Now, that's just some of the things I think they need to improve on. As far as what's good, I will say this. The animation is good. There are some things like what Super Princess Daisy said that needs to be worked on, like the rendering of certain things, like I mentioned Buster the Cluster episode, where the slime kind of looked like it was very, I wouldn't say PS2, PS1-ish CGI, but it almost seemed like it. So that could be improved on. That could be improved on itself, but besides that, the overall animation, like with the characters, the settings, and all that, looks really good. The humor is there. You could see it. You could definitely see that there's that humor. So I definitely like that. I mean, there are some things that kick. There are some things that are hit or miss, but still, the humor is there. You can see it. You can see that they're doing the best with the comedy that it's supposed to be. And even though I'm a Sonic Sally supporter, because of the comics and because of SatAM, I do like the fact that they're throwing the Sonic Amy fans a bone by hinting at the fact that there might be something between Sonic and Amy in this series. So I do like that. So those are some of the good elements. One thing I do believe is going to be happening, and I've said this before, because this is supposed to be a toon according to Japan, that I believe, and you might say it's not going to happen, Brian. Sega wouldn't let it happen. Look, if this is supposed to be a comedy, kind of a Teen Titans, Tiny Toons, Looney Tunes like version of Sonic, then I'm not going to put it past them. I believe you're going to get what I've talked about in previous videos, the lustful melt gag. And what that means is you're going to have an episode maybe in the near future where you're going to have either Amy, Styx, or Percy melt into a puddle of goo because they're amored by somebody. Let's say Sonic gives Amy a kiss on the cheek, you're gonna see her melt into a puddle. If you see an episode where you see this kind of like boy band coming to town, and you have the girls like Amy and Styx and Percy go crazy for them, you're gonna probably see all three of them melt into a puddle. You might see some background female characters do that as well. But I believe it's going to happen. Because if this is a Toon episode or Toon show of Sonic or Toon version of Sonic, then I believe, they got to go in that direction. And I think they will. So, that's just my opinion on what I think is going to come. I really do. So, those are just my thoughts in these two-part videos, my updated thoughts, more detailed thoughts on what I think is good about Sonic Boom, what needs to be improved and worked on, what's good about it, some of the good elements, and what I feel is going to be coming, and some of the elements it takes from other Sonic animated series of the past. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments section. I got to go get ready for work, and I'll talk to y'all later.